Jim Tobin is here from the Home Builders Association. Look, I picked up on Jerry's report. 38% of youngsters under the age of 30 get family money to buy a home. I guess you could call that the privilege of family money, can't you?
Well, I think what you really have is that you have the demand is incredibly high for first-time home buyers, and the only way they can afford a home is the bank of mom and dad. That's really the story here. There just isn't a supply for them to go out and save for their own down payment.
Hasn't it always been like this? Now, hold on a second. I remember many, many years ago, back in the 70s, when I was buying my first home, the bank wanted to know, where did you get the down payment from? And you weren't allowed, as I recall, you weren't allowed to go to mom and dad for the down payment.
I think today anything goes. That's my opinion. Whether underwriters are looking at that, they want to make sure you have the ability to repay, not whether you can get some down payment to make that mortgage more affordable up front.
Okay.
Are parents more likely to give their adult children the down payment because they don't want them living with them?
Never thought of that.
I think
get out of the laundry and the cooking.
I think parents know that home ownership is the road to wealth in America, not the stock market necessarily. No offense to our friends here watching, but home ownership is a true gateway to the middle class. And if you can help your kids get that leg up early, they're going to do everything they can.
That's the American tradition. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's the American dream, home ownership.
All good stuff. We had a report at 10 o'clock this morning, 10 o'clock Eastern. Home builder sentiment dropped for the third consecutive month. What's behind that?
What's behind that? Lack of supply and interest rates. That is the absolute end-all, be-all. We saw the 10-year Treasury up high today again. Yeah. The 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is pegged to that, hence why we're on our way to, hopefully not, but 8% is starting to look more and more likely. We have got to get the Fed to put the brakes and publicly say out loud, we're going to stop rate increases. In fact, we asked them last week to do that with our friends at the Mortgage Bankers and National Association of Realtors. It's time for the Fed to pump the brakes on rate hikes.
You think they're going to do it?
We all talk about the soft landing. The housing market's going to go hard into the runway here soon.
There's an article in the Financial Times, the British business newspaper. They say that housing remains America's biggest supply chain problem.
Right.
What's that about?
It's lack of supply, high prices. Home prices are extraordinarily high because as much as our builders are trying to build as much as they can, there's just not enough to keep up with demand. Even though interest rates are tempering demand, we still need more supply on there to drive.
Why can't they build more?
Well, because we have a government that's too busy worrying about foreign wars. We're not focused on housing, and the crisis is home. And we have an affordability crisis in America. I've talked to you many times about policymakers have to do more to get more housing supply on the marketplace. There's bills piling up in Congress right now, and we're speakerless in the House of Representatives. That's the challenge. Government needs to be a helping hand here, not a hindrance.
Jim Tobin, thanks for being here. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.